Da-nan-da-da, da-nan-da-da. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. And welcome to another episode of Fountain Pen Calligraphy 101. Today we are looking at difficult letters. And we are also having a special guest join us later, so look forward to that. Hopefully he will just pop in here. So, okay. We are ready to go. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we're looking at some difficult letters. Now, when I think of difficult letters, I think of the O, the W, the V, and the U. We are nearing the end of this course. Can you guys believe it? There's only 4 more days left. 3 more days after today. No, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 more days of this class left. So that will be very exciting. Okay, let's get into this. We're going to look at some letters, and I'm going to show you how I connect them. Connections are always difficult when you sort of don't know what to do with them. So we're going to look at the B, the O, the W, the V, and one other letter. Oh, the R. Okay, when writing a B, connecting it to letters, this is why I always write my letters like a backwards D instead of like a B. Because you have a connecting. Instead of coming out from here, you come out from here, and it's much easier. So let's go over if you were connecting from a B going with an underturn into a connecting letter instead of an over, a reverse oval with a connecting letter. So we'll go up into a bowl and a connecting letter into an A. A B. A C. A D. Okay, now here's where it gets a little funky. When you're connecting it to an E, make sure you come down enough so that way you leave a big enough loop in here to be able to tell that it's an E. And always try and come up to the midline when you're making your E's. And also come up to the midline when you're doing your connecting letter, connecting stroke. F. Instead of stopping here, we're going to go all the way up and then all the way down and out. You may never have to do this stroke, but it's good practice. B, connecting stroke, G, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We'll start all the way up. Compound curve it out. B and an I. B, B, L. M into an M is tricky because you kind of have to go down, up, over, and down. N is the same way. Up, over, down. O. Or you can go more like that. B into P. B into Q. Now the most difficult letter is B into R. B into R. B into S. B into T. B into U. Or you can do B into U like that. B into V. B into W. B into B into X. B into Y. And B into Z. Don't know why. I mean, you might not even use some of these, which would be great, you know, but this is kind of what they would look like if you were to have to do them for any which way, shape, or reason. Okay, let's go into the letter O. O into A. O into B. O into C. O into D. O into E. F. Sometimes when you're making a double O, you might want to just do the two O's and then connect them and then do the rest of the flourishy bits, because that way they will look more even. If you do an O, then the thing, and then do the other O, it may look different. Sometimes it just helps to do them together. Sometimes. O to I. O to J. To K. O to L. O to M. Same way with the B, you gotta come up, over, and down. N is the same way. O to O. O to P. Oh, my goodness. So sorry. I didn't see you sitting there.
Okay.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm okay.
That's good. for the rest of my audience who don't know you, introduce yourself.
I'm Pier Gustafson, and I'm sitting here with my college roommate who's visiting, so this is just kind of a hello.
Oh, very nice.
Everyone.
I just had a couple of calligraphy questions for you.
Okay.
When you do difficult, which do you think are the most difficult letters to write?
A C.
A C?
And an E.
An E.
Capital E and a capital C.
Oh yeah,
their pubic hairs run amok.
Yep.
An O doesn't bother me, but a C does. You've got a loop and a loop and a loop. And you're always turning left.
Yep, too many left turns.
Too many left turns. And the middle loop has to always be from the top to the bottom. But the sizes of the other loops or the other curves, they can be all over the map. And almost everyone is uglier than the next.
Yeah, that is for sure.
And the E it's a pubic hair that's been put in a curler as if you needed it.
Yeah. Either that or they're too bland or boring.
But see, if you can do, by making that first line straight, not a curve, that helps. You could do that a little bit with the C.
Yeah.
Now, I found a C in a ledger book that some accountant drew that I really love. Mm-hmm. So you start at the bottom of the page.
The bottom of the page, okay.
I mean, you start at the bottom of the, go to the bottom of a line.
Bottom of a line.
Go below the line, go one line down, okay. Now go up at an angle, 45-degree angle going up.
Okay.
You start there, go all the way up, and then you come down. No. Just go circular, counterclockwise from that point. Okay.
Like a C?
Like that. Okay. And then so now change that by making that line that you started, the diagonal line, make that slightly curved.
Okay.
Make it like a long, skinny S. Okay. That's like almost right.
Or like a...
There. That's good. Now pull it down and then make a loop. A small loop. Now that's really nice. Because you have a change of direction. You're not just going left. You're veering right and then going left and left and left. So that pulls it out of the pubic hair mess.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been looking at, ornamental penmanship. They do this kind of a weird thing. They're like all over the place. They're just they're I see Mike Ward doing it and I'm like, is he nuts or does he like have it all together?
He gets his ink for free, I think. He can make as big a line as he wants.
Right.
So Ms. Marilyn, darling, I'm going to go back with my roommate here. Well, so do you have another question?
Nice having you.
Did you have you said you had another question.
I did have one other question. How do you connect your B's? Do you do the under B or do you do a backwards D?
A D? B.
Yes, a B. A B.
B is in boy.
I write my B's sometimes like my D, a backwards D.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that?
Don't do that.
So I write my B.
Because it'll look like it says low or something. No. N-O. Absolutely not. Ms. Marilyn, no. There. Much better.
Wow.
Okay.
I get confused sometimes. All right. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was a lovely little interlude. Thank you to Pier Gustafson for coming and hanging out with us for a little while anyway. Back to our lesson. We left off with the P. We're doing an O. And he's very right. He's been doing calligraphy for quite some time. And so he would definitely know. The R is another complicated connection because what do you do with this letter? Sometimes I have seen people do a single overturn, an upstroke, and then do the R. But then this would be the end of a word. Like or. Because if you wanted to connect it to a word, you need some sort of a lower hanging underswoop. Otherwise, it's going to look like a V. So, I hope that helps. S is another difficult letter to do because you go up over and then you kind of swoop in and do a little a swoop-de-boop there. T is just a giant underturn. V is an TU. That's one way to do it. That's another way to do it. V That's another way to do it. W. Or I have seen it done like that, although it looks like a U and an I. So careful of how you use that. Maybe that would be the last letter. X would be an elongated. That. O to Y is also another complicated one because you can go down, up, over, down, and up. Or you can go like this. Just make sure that you don't dot these because otherwise it'll be an I and a J. So be aware of that. And then a Z, O to Z would be like that. Okay, the next difficult letter that we're going to look at is W. W. I purposefully put the middle one. It is not common to do that. So if you feel comfortable with it, then do it. But if not, then do you. B is a difficult one because you kind of have to go directly into an ascending stem loop. That looks better. So maybe just space them out a little more. I wish I had more time to talk with Pier about these things, but I understand he's busy. Then if we go into W to C, now make sure that when you're connecting, that if you're connecting to an oval, make sure that you're in the upwards direction of your oval when you're coming up. Make sure it looks good, because if you go in like a sideways and then you do an oval, that doesn't look good. It's at a 45-degree angle here. You want it to be more flowy into the letter that you're going to make. That way it's less obvious. So W to E is kind of the same way. You want to make an unintentional oval here to kind of stave off the angleness. You want it to be flowy. W to F. I go directly into an ascending stem loop to a descending stem loop and an upstroke. So you do you. G. Oh. H. Same thing that we did with the O, you can go directly into an H, an ascending stem loop. And it looks a little better. Into I. W into J. Always dot your tittles. Tittle your J's. Okay. Directly into an over. Directly into an ascending stem loop. Compound curve out. Oh, that was supposed to be a K. Oops. W into a K. W into an L is the same way. W into an M is down, up, over, down. Overturn, compound curve. Same way with an N. Underturn, underturn. Up, down, up, over, down. Over, compound curve. W to O. W to oval out. W P W to Q. W to R. Now here's where it gets complicated because you can write it like this, or you can write it like this. And just be careful because if you connect this to another letter, it's going to look like a V. So I wouldn't advise using this one unless that's the last letter. Oh my god, I can't stop yawning. I don't know what's the matter with me. So try not to connect that type of an R to another letter. S T to a U. You can either do a compound curve into an underturn, or you can do an connecting to an underturn to an underturn. V you can either go like this, or go like this. You see why this looks like this? So make sure if you're going to do W to V, which I don't know what, and if any words do W to V, but make sure that you go an underturn instead of a 90-degree angle. Underturn. Okay. W to W. And W to X. W to Y. Oh, why am I crossing it? I don't know what's going on there. Don't notice. W to Y. See, you have to either go like this or make sure that you don't tittle these, because otherwise it'll look like an I and a J. And then a W into a Z. Oof. I think we're halfway done. Okay, we're going to do one more. We're going to do R. Maybe it was S. It's either R or S. I think it was S. A. S. E. S. C. Pretty standard. R. C. That one's pretty standard too. Q. A. B. C. D. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z. Well, I think that is a good amount for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell, make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you. Bye.